I will recommend to you, Mårten, my Scottish film is a film called Calibre. Have you ever seen this, Mårten?
Nope.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have.
you
I
have?
think. Yeah.
Nice. That's okay.
With the hunting stuff.
Yes, exactly. So I guess I'll give it a wee recommend to the listener, and then you could tell me what you think of it as well. It's about two friends who go hunting. One of them very reluctantly. The other one's a bit of a, as we say in Scotland, a rocket. Like he's a bit of a dafty. So he's happy to go up, and he's pulling the other one on a hunting trip up north. Even though they don't know anything about hunting, they go up to the north of Scotland where everyone's a bit stuck in their own communities and people are a wee bit aggressive towards these tourists. But they meet a lovely lady and they they have a fun night. They go hunting when they're very hungover, which they shouldn't really be doing. And there's an accident, and then it becomes a mega morality, like who's going to take responsibility for their actions. Like suddenly the community starts to close in on them. Did they do this thing? Didn't they? In the first 5 minutes I thought, oh, this is a bit rubbish, the acting's not very good, the writing's not that interesting. But when they arrive in the new place and things start to click into motion, I just thought it was a really tense thriller. And it's also a nice relationship drama between these two friends, who are polar opposites, and it takes you in directions where you really didn't expect them to go. It's got this great Scottish actor called Jack Lowden in it, who's been in Dunkirk and lots of TV shows recently, Slow Horses, The Gold.
Right, yeah.
I think he's brilliant. Like, he's just so likeable in general, but they do something interesting with his character. And it's one of those films where you feel like, oh man, imagine this happened to you, what would you do? I felt like, and I loved it. And also, when I was looking up a trailer for it to kind of jog my memory, the comments were full of people saying like, wow, one of the most underrated thrillers I've seen. And maybe this is always the case if you look up trailers, because who else is looking up a trailer to a film they've seen? But yeah, I just think it's one of these like wee Scottish gems. That's on Netflix, and because it's on Netflix, it's quite accessible to everyone. And if you don't like it after half an hour, whatever. What do you think, Mårten? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I think probably you recommended it to me when it came out. I remember watching it, and I don't remember so well what happens, but I remember the how it begins and what happens, and I remember enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, maybe we can say like he shoots a deer. They try to shoot a deer in the head. The deer lifts its head, and there's a kid behind the deer. And it kills the kid, It's just a bit ridiculous. And I remember some people saying that would never happen because you'd never try and shoot a deer in the head if you're hunting. But the point is, these guys don't know what they're doing, so I thought that was a bit redundant.
Yeah. I think it was really good to watch for for us as screenwriters. I think we were in school then, and we were trying to write like kind of low budget, intimate thrillers. I think I found it quite inspirational for writing like a low budget thriller.
Me too. Scottish budget, kind of like
building tension. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It made me want to make a wee Scottish first fictional film like that. Hey, I'm Josh the Scot.
And I'm Mårten the Swede, and this is an excerpt from our film review podcast called The Scot
and the Swede, where every episode we review a new film and an old film, somewhat related, and then do another shorter recommend of a Scottish film
and a Swedish film. So yeah, if you want to listen to the whole episodes, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and any podcasts streamer of your choice.